you know, it's a lot of noise here because it's like the conversation has already begun. We have ladies and gentlemen that are about to speak about what women want. I do not know in what sense, but I guess this in relation to relationships, yeah? They say we are a little bit complicated, and then there's this big book that you're supposed to read as a man to understand what they want so that you can manage your women. Are we that difficult to deal with? That is a conversation that we'll be having shortly alongside Marion Mushai, Kelvin Karato, Collins Kagiri, as well as Polly Murage, and Hannah will be joining us shortly for this same. So we start off with, not Polly, let's start off with the lady that is right next to me, and I say right next to me, Marion Mushai. First of all, salimia watu, and tell us whether we're that complicated anyway, as women.
Okay, how are you? I'm Marion Mushai. As women, we're not that complicated. I think we just want to be understood, pampered, and maybe a little bit of babysitting. Yeah.
I think I agree to that. Oli, what do you say?
Hi, my name is Polly Murage. I'm a lawyer and a business person. And on my perspective, I can say we are complicated. However, you must listen to us what we want.
Okay, sawa.
We are just complicated, but you have to listen.
So complicated in a good way.
Yeah, we are.
And so they don't take time to listen, you think?
They don't listen at all.
Even moments where you listen, Karatu, do you get to understand your woman, the women you've had in life?
Well, it's a tricky affair. Men are simple creatures. My name is Kelvin Karato, by the YouTuber, podcaster.
You should watch them out alongside Collins. We'll get to that, yes.
We have a YouTube channel with Collins called the Real Society Podcast, where we discuss matters life and some of this stuff that we're about to talk about today. But the true nature of men is simplicity. Sometimes we don't get to understand what women want because sometimes they don't know what they want.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay. That we do not know what we want, and so it becomes hard for us
to understand something that you yourselves don't understand.
Is it that we don't know what we want, or sometimes we tend to just beat about the bush so that you can read between the lines? As late as Saturday, someone sent me a text and said, why don't you just go straight to the point and say that this is what I want, instead of taking me round and expecting for me to figure out. Sometimes there's something nice about, just taking you round. We know what we want. It's just that we're going round and round so that you can figure out. You're a man. You're supposed to be a genius. You're supposed to figure this out. Collins.
My name is Collins Kagiri, a podcaster and a YouTuber. Men before us have never understood women.
Okay, so what makes us think that the men that are here right now will understand us?
We still don't understand women.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are here so that they can tell us what they want.
Oh, so you have no idea of what it is that they want. So
let us just assume we don't know.
Let's come to you. What is this that women want, Marion, that really gets this man saying that we are complicated?
We want attention.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll be there with you and you're on your phone. Okay, watch game. You're with your pads, mnacheza na maboys. I'm there. Yeah, I want attention. You're there for 2 hours. Ungeniambia kama unataka kutumia simu, to chat basi nikiwa home nisikuje,
You see, these are foreign things, and Colin says that men before us never understood women. Then there were no games, video games and all that. Then there were no phones. But still, there was this big book that you're supposed to read so that you can ever come to a point of understanding women. So is it really the phone? Is it really, the video game or the Xboxes of today, the people, or what exactly is it?
But even then, men usually didn't stay with women. They used to have their hearts and, tree. Somewhere they're drinking their beer. They didn't really stay with their women to understand them. Yeah, so there was that barrier.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you agree that sometimes you tend to be so close to yourself that you forget to give your woman that attention, and then in the process you start complaining that you do not understand them?
That I don't agree.
Why don't you? How much attention do you give your woman if you have one?
It all depends when I'm available. Because you see,
how many times are you available for her?
Okay, you need
and
to
when you're available, do you give her like total attention, or you're there watching your movie, you're on phone speaking to Kevin, planning how the next podcast will go down? What exactly?
I'm going to ask you a question. Is it that you always want men to talk to you all the time? I'm just asking.
I guess being a host, I'm supposed to be somewhere in the middle. So
no,
perhaps
you're also
Hannah,
a woman. You're also a woman.
Yes, Hannah, could you please answer that question as you introduce yourself?
Oh, so my name is Anna. I don't think women know what they want. Honestly.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I really don't think we know what we want.
Okay.
So women will either want two of many things.
Yes.
Usually it's just two things. It's what another woman has or what we can't get.
Okay.
So if, say, my boyfriend is on his whatever PlayStation thing, what she said, that's now when I want him. When I can't get him.
Why can't you get him?
Because he has something he's
Hannah,
doing.
Hannah,
So now,
listen
like,
to this. Hannah, listen to what it is that you're telling us. That
Right.
one, women do not know what they want.
Not
But at the same
necessarily.
time, there are instances where they want what that other woman wants. It's fine. That is what they want at that time. If they want what they cannot get, it is what they want at that time. Why can't they get that attention?
I want a Lamborghini. Can I
Okay.
get it?
Can't you?
I don't think I can work hard enough in this country to afford to get a Lamborghini. But that's exactly what I want, honestly. And I would even give my life to get a
Get that.
Lamborghini. But it's just unrealistic. It just doesn't make sense in my standing, in my country, in my social status, in my background. I can't get a Lamborghini. I don't think I should cancel it in my dreams, but I still want it.
Kevin, you want to say something?
Linda.
Yeah.
One true nature of women that makes them complicated, especially the modern woman, kuna kitu inaitwa kamatis.
Okay, and I will make sure kamati
They have some committees,
Yes.
committees, and they're not really true to each other. You understand? So she comes and she says, my boyfriend did this and did this. Now she wants her boyfriend to do the same to what the boyfriend to this lady over here did to her. And that's when you find out, that's why we're saying sometimes women really don't understand what they want. And it's in their nature, and women are so easily manipulated, and they manipulate each other. And that makes them complicated to understand.
Wakili.
I beg to differ on
Okay.
that. I think women know what they want because it comes with experience. Let me say, when you're starting young, you let maybe let's say you like bad boys, and then it comes to a times, and then you're like, no, I don't want that kind of group.
I've grown out of this. I've grown.
Yes, and then as you grow up, I want this, I want attention, I want time. And not that too much time. You have like, okay, I'll be seeing you this and this day. Okay, you have your time. You have your boys' time. You have your Saturday boys' time. Sunday is my time. These other days is my time. We have date nights. We know what we want. I think speaking it out loud is the place that men don't get the clues. But I think and I tend to know as you get older.
Okay, let me take it away from you shortly because I'm told we have to fix your mic. But yes, I bring it back to Kulu. That sometimes it's spelled clearly that this woman wants this, but you choose to ignore. You choose to play, to put on that blind eye. You choose to, use this against, you delivering what it is that you're supposed to. And sometimes you do that so much so that you'd be able to run away from what you're supposed to do as a man, that they do not know what they want, she's confusing, she's complicated. And sometimes you want to turn the tables and make her feel guilty for the fact that you have an altercation because simply she does not know what she wants.
I'm going to give you one instance. When you take too much time in the house, they complain. When you take too much time outside the house, they complain. And that is why we are saying at times to understanding women is hard. They are complicated for lack of a better.
If they're that difficult to deal with, why do you want them?
Companionship.
So what is this companionship that is about altercation and the fact that this person is not able to get what it is that she wants, and the fact that you will have her in the house but still choose your movie, still choose your Xbox, still choose your phone?
One thing you need to understand is my life does not revolve around you all the time. I also have some other things to do. You understand?
Yeah.
I may want to sit in the house. Maybe I want to see a movie. I want to watch some game, you know. But not all the time. We can't be talking all the time.
Okay, fine. They might not know what they want. Yeah. But do you think that sometimes they want too much? The Lamborghinis that Anna is talking about?
For lack of a better word, they have some... I don't know what is the right word to use. Some exaggerated demands. Yeah, some exaggerated demands. I'm going to give you an example, like just what Kevin said, because her boyfriend took her to Diani, and you want also me to take you to Diani, and maybe financially I'm not capable. You understand? So, and then it creates this rift between me and you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why is it that it looks like it's and the emotional aspect of it than the actual essence, the biblical, if you like it, the religion aspect of having a partner?
We don't deal with religion nowadays. That era ended.
What do we deal with?
Now we are dealing with reality nowadays.
So reality is, if you cannot afford these material things, why do you go for
maybe I'd like to jump in, and say, I think honestly, men are very simple beings. Like extremely, like straight in the line. Like you see, us guys, we think like this. Like we have like a billion wires happening all at the same time, and everything is connected. I'm hungry because my heart is broken, and because my boss did what, and because everything is connected. But for guys, I'm hungry. Period. The end of the story. It's not because I saw a sandwich. It's not because. You know, like women, we think differently from men. They think differently from us, and I think for this conversation to be simpler, we need to understand each other's gender.
That's the bottom line. Yeah. So if we have this knowledge that yes, women have all lots of these things, going on with them, why is it becoming so hard for our men to understand and embrace that?
Because I might want you to understand in a way that you can't comprehend. Okay. Like, say for example, you might want your boyfriend to understand certain things about you when his mental is very simplistic. He can't comprehend it the way you look at it. He can't blow his understanding in the way you look at the situation. So he'll just understand it in his own capacity. Oh, okay, umejam juya. Okay, so he'll go and fix just that. But kumbe
you have a couple of
things that are making you angry, and you're not saying them, you're not communicating. Also, maybe that's another problem. We need to understand how to communicate with each other, especially because we are of different genders. And my chair is moving.
Yeah, your chair is moving. All right, we'll fix that. It's because men, you have come here to.
But I think where men go wrong is thinking that women want money or women want expect.
And I think to sit down here and assume that nowadays relationships are not
about
money.
They are materialistic.
They are materialistic.
Yes,
but you're there thinking it's just
because
that. But we want many things. We want to be understood.
Right.
We want.
So before you let me ask her one question. Let me ask her. I'm going to ask her one question. Because you have said it's not all about material and stuff. It's all about attention and stuff. I'm going to ask you one thing. Let's say, can you accept love and attention from a man who lives in a single room? Wait, please. Just tell me, let her answer. Let her answer.
No, I'm not saying let there be material things.
Just answer. It's either yes or a no. Will you accept? No, yes or no? Will you accept?
Aye.
No. It's all about material nowadays. It's all about materials nowadays.
No, but it's not all about it. It's about and other things.
Have you answered my question? Are you going to accept love and attention from someone who lives in a single room?
She said that's now a personal. Depending on and how they relate with this person. I want to protect her for a moment and loop in Kevin. Kevin, it's fine. We do not want to blind our eyes and say that material is not a factor. It is a factor. Personally, kama uongei pesa sasa tena tunaongea nini hapo. But like she says, it goes beyond the money. Yeah. It goes beyond the money.
Let's sit back for a minute and try to think it this way.
Yes.
Is it really that men don't understand women, Or is it the other way around?
That women don't understand.
Maybe that's why we seated here having this conversation.
Okay.
Because they don't even try to.
Is it?
They don't.
I agree with that.
Because they say men don't communicate.
Things to comprehend are the simplest, the most simple thing.
Yes.
And men are the most simple creatures
like,
that
wow.
ever existed.
Hold it, Kulu. Come polite. Is it that we do not know what it is that we want? Is it that it's hard to comprehend us, or it is us who really do not understand our men?
It's men who don't communicate. They think communicating is being weak.
Okay.
No, we communicate differently.
The way she puts it, it's evidently clear they don't want to understand us.
Yes, exactly.
Fine. Look at it this way. Assuming we don't communicate, we've been doing this for centuries, and that is the true nature of a man. So if you live with it.
The same way it's the true nature that a woman would be having a couple of things going on in her life that need to be understood.
But
you cannot understand because in their own capacity they think too much things, and for us it's straightforward. You understand? That is the difference between us and them.
You know, you're the one who opened this Pandora's box. We'll come back to you, but allow us to loop in Polly.
Let me say, I think men sometimes don't tend to understand us. This is the thing. If your car breaks down, let's say, usually take your time, look for the issue, even if it's 1,000 issue. But when it comes to a woman, say like,
it's because guys and women, we have very different interests. Like, say for example,
men have engines.
For example,
but that's the problem. That is the problem. The very same reason they love women.
So if your boyfriend tells you my car broke down, or I'm at a race thingy with my boys, that's your cue as a woman to know, oh, boys and their toys. And you know, like, don't start bringing up issues. Oh, hey, umechelewa. Oh, unakuja sangapi hata ukulangi nyumbani siku hizi. Oh my God, by the way, you're not even giving me attention. You turn into this.
But why would they not eat at home? Why would they not give? Why would they focus on their boys more than focus on the girls?
What's so wrong with not eating at home?
What is not so wrong with that?
How many times do we not eat at home?
Like I said,
like we love outside food more than guys do.
How about we tell them then to stick to the boys and the toys?
Yeah. So if, say for example, and I'm not trying to sound any.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
just trying to like bring
yes.
a balance, because I guess maybe like I get it. Say for example, if your boyfriend told you, or your husband told you, I don't want you to go to the clubs. I don't want you to wear makeup. I don't want you to hang out with those girls. I don't like your single friends. I don't like when you talk to my ex-girlfriend. I don't like when you hang out with my boys. Like, and then you tell him, I like when you eat at home. So you see, so now there has to be a balance maybe in the relationship where, okay, are these things that I'm willing to compromise for my relationship, or these are things that I'm willing to fight about? So now then some women will go like, no, you don't like my friends. Why are you commanding me? Why are you directing me, telling me things to do? Hata ukulipa mahari.
Na kweli kama akulipa sasa utamwambia.
Na kweli lakini so why are you giving him conjugal rights if he didn't pay your dowry? What are you doing in his house?
In his house. Okay.
Leave.
All right,
I don't think men usually have a problem with that. By they like, actually he'll be like, oh, cool. I'll come get you when I'm ready for you. If you don't want to play the part,
we'll come
play
back.
the role.
All right.
It's pretty easy, and I don't think women, we like understanding that. I think we like having our way a lot because we like having our way with fellow women.
It's our way or the highway.
Yeah, it's our way or the highway. Exactly. So if say for example, I come tell my girlfriends, no, by the way, twendeni kwangu kwanza, I can't pull that stuff with my man.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Hold it right there. Huyu ni kama mlikutana na yeye. Mlikutana?
Look.
Mlikutana?
Hapana, she just ni reasonable too. Ni reasonable.
But I think in every relationship there should be compromise. You know.
And she brings on board very important thing. Compromise and communication.
Let me tell you the perfect relationship for ladies is how they picture.
How do you know it's a perfect?
Let me tell you the perfect relationship
for the ladies.
For the ladies
how do we picture
is when a man is always compromising.
No.
Yeah,
that's the perfect,
reality.
the perfect
that is
relationship.
No,
that's why.
Can I be honest with you?
It's how it goes. Women are more willing to be in relationships with men who compromise than men who don't.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
True.
Women don't want men who stand their ground.
Nice guys. Because a nice guy will say, oh, okay, Sawa.
Tunataka bad
Hajui
boy.
kukataa, hajui
But I
kukataa.
think-
That is a modern woman.
Women don't like
Elewa, that
women
is a
don't like
modern.
people who disagree with them.
They don't.
Is it so? I thought
That
women
is-
like
Just like you
bad
say.
boys.
Just
No,
like you say,
we're
it's
talking
the
about
way
the
we are.
modern woman. Not talking about the modern
Here
woman.
we are.
Let me tell you something.
Marion has to say something, and then we come to
Let me
you,
tell
Polly.
you something. We don't like nice guys. We don't.
The bad boys.
Telling you, babe, let's go here, and you're just like, nikambuzi tu kananifuata, you just like, yes, let's go. You know, no. But
No, look.
sometimes be a man.
You-
You're a man. You should be like, no,
Look.
babe, you're doing this.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
you don't love bad boys.
I
You just
agree. Have fun.
want sometimes to get
Exactly.
off that nice
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah.
But you
You
guys
just want
love
an
nice
edge.
guys.
Yes, we
Because
do.
Yeah, because they use the bad guy.
I think what I want is a
hapana.
man to be a man sometimes.
Yes.
Or sometimes.
But
Most of the time.
what you
No,
want,
sometimes.
Most of the time.
No,
All the
sometimes.
time.
Sometimes.
what you want
All the time.
is a man to compromise all the time.
Yeah, as a man, a man who easily
That's the
compromise.
modern
A
definition.
man who can be
Let's
easily
have some balance.
manipulated.
Let's try and create a
Hakuna.
order here, so at least our message is home. Eh?
A man, who,
Yes.
a man who can be easily manipulated. That is what the kind of
I
man
can
men
say.
you want.
Okay.
But you can manipulate us
In a
and you
good
can
way.
manipulate us.
No. Let's. We don't need to get there to a place where we're manipulating each
Yeah,
other
and,
because we're getting into toxic relationships.
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
think, and I think maybe it's time we actually started having honest conversations
Yeah.
and stepping away from our emotions and stuff like that. The relationship dynamic has shifted over the last maybe like 10-15 years.
That's true.
We have Gen Z who have stepped in. Now us guys are stuck between our generation
And Gen
and
Z.
now
And
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z,
yeah.
So tuko hapo hivyo katikati. It's very difficult for
Too much
guys.
to be how old you are, you know. It's something in
Iko tu
between.
sawa. I have no shame with my age.
Okay.
Like, now it's very difficult for guys in our age group or age set to date younger women because wale ni vichongomo, by the way. Like I saw a tweet yesterday, someone was talking about how an HR person was talking about how Gen Z, by the way, mkikuja interview for any underwear. Because these guys just,
This is
they
easy
just
with them,
don't
yes.
care.
Yeah.
And now us, the old school women, we're looking for these traditional men. But you're looking for a traditional man in a very Gen Z generation who is looking at a Gen Z girldom. So like you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
You say you've been run through. You know, you have a bunch of guys on your WhatsApp stories. Like you have a bunch of guys in your Instagram DM, and then you're trying to look for a man who will open the door, do all that chivalry stuff. It's not going to work when you're busy complaining, ulikuwa wapi? Traditional men never even stayed home.
That's true.
Traditional men will come, provide once like in 3 months.
And they have like 3-4 other
Hunting and
women.
gathering.
And the house and all that. Polly hasn't said a thing. Let's allow Polly to come in on that.
I'm saying, yeah, I agree with that. We usually look for that. But in my own thinking, I think right now we are looking for a man who is a giver.
That's what you're looking for.
No, a giver, and I'm not saying a rich man. You know, there is a difference between a giver and a
Provider.
yeah, a
Let's
provider.
talk about
And
that.
let me say, if you're a giver, it's so easy for the woman to reciprocate. You can every time at it, you're giving, and the woman is not giving back. You know, it's a two-way dimension.
There is submission and there is love here.
Yeah, so
Theirs
submission-
is to love and
Yeah.
a woman is to submit. Just what is love in this case? Provision maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, provision of security.
Affection
I mean,
and all that.
Currently, in the dynamics right now,
It is hard to provide.
it's provision. That's what's
Provision.
love.
So that's exactly
Nowadays,
it. This is
it's
what we're
provision.
saying. If you know very well that this woman wants provision and you're there coming with what it is that you're talking about, and we're not trying to say that it is single rooms, bedsitter is a
Ilikuwa tu
it's not.
swali tu.
It's
Ilikuwa
a
swali.
stage in life where you get here unapanda, and sometimes there are very many reasons why people will opt to stay in that. Pengine mtu akona priorities zake. So in this moment, you want a woman. You're not willing to provide. You're not willing to act the man. You're not willing to be that old man. You know, those ones that we talk about, those ones that the old age and all that. So what do you expect for them? And even worse, now your attention, your time, and all this has been taken away by something else. So what exactly are you doing together in this relationship? What is this that you're calling now? This is my woman. What is this? What is this that is going on? If you can't provide, if you can't do what, if you can't be there to give her affection and attention, and the same applies to her or on her side, and therefore she has to go out with her girls and everything, not providing and all that. Or perhaps she's coming in even to, step into your role and helping in this spaces of provision, which is actually what women are doing today. You will not sit home and wait for them to bring
I
you.
don't want a woman to ever provide for me.
Wow,
These
you're
guys-
different.
These guys are cruel.
Thank you
If
so
they
much.
provide, they will.
Hata alipe maji atakukumbusha.
Atakukumbusha.
Immediately.
You see, you
So
see,
what is wrong with that?
Hatutaki, you see, the reality of the matter is you women are always nice. Wasichana ni wazuri sana. Ni wazuri. Ngoja ile siku mnakosananga na wao. Ndio nasikianga wewe hata nilikuwa nakununulianga socks. Wewe hata underwear nilikuwa nakununulia.
Is there
Why? No, the question is mbona ungoje mpaka saa zile tumekosana unakuja kusema hizo vitu. That is why I'm always saying hata ndio off topic kidogo. That is why I'm always like against men sharing problems with women. Because let me tell you, you women beat us at our lowest. You always use our problems against us.
Okay.
Kama ni shida uko nao kama mwanaume, look for a fellow man and talk to him. True or not true? Ni ukweli. I personally can never trust a woman with my problem.
I
this
can
is your
trust
thing.
a woman with my problems.
It's not about ati ule.
So this is a person,
It's not about
and I'm coming to you so that you can tell us why you can trust a fellow woman.
Yeah.
But now, if this is what they're saying, in times where you have your own troubles and you feel like you want the closest person to talk to, how do you get to trust your man? How do you get to tell them that now, babe, this is what it is that I'm going through? Who do you run to? Perhaps your mom, and then they'll start reminding you that, now you're always telling your mom everything about our relationship. What?
And then you're saying you want us to understand you. How you can't communicate.
I am
Allow
going,
Margaret.
no, just a minute before I I'm going to answer your swali umemuuliza about problems,
Yeah.
trusting us. I'm going to answer like this. The reality is, you see, like for most men, we see whenever I look at a woman, I always look at a woman as my piece in my life. You understand?
This is your piece that you can't share a problem.
No, relax. That is where I'm coming from. That is where I'm coming from. So my point is, you see, like most men, we are. Tanikana sahau point ile nilikuwa nafaa kusema. What was I supposed to say?
Nikupatie time
Your point was
ufikirie.
fear women.
All right, fine, Hannah.
Nimekumbuka point yangu. So nilikuwa nasema hivi, most women normally they are nice. Naturally women are good. Ni wazuri kabisa. But you see the problem, shida ni ati a lot of women growing up walizoea kuona wanaume as these strong fellows, these strong men who don't cry, who
So how
don't
is that supposed to
whine.
be something that is to be blamed?
Si ungoje.
I think we might
Relax.
never mend anything that is happening currently.
We cannot.
This conversation will be going on for centuries. Because nowadays, relationships are so unsustainable.
And I think that was my next question, and to Anna, because she equally says that she cannot trust a fellow woman, and that men should not trust, their women with their secrets.
Only a handful of women. No, yes, I agree. Let me say,
what is this
only a handful of women. Only a handful of
So
women
how do you know that?
can be able to handle men's
me,
emotions.
So Anna, what is this that we're doing? Let's just say we do not have a relationship.
Women gossip a lot. So
story.
women gossip a lot. So and I'm speaking as a woman. Yeah. Women gossip a lot. Women hate a lot. Women are provided the emotional balances by jealousy a lot.
Yeah.
Women, we are conniving, man. Like that's what makes a woman. That's what that is. And now for me to understand that enough to decide, no, I'm not like telling my personal issues to a fellow woman unless it's a woman whose logic I can trust, who's, who has given me that consent in friendship that, you can trust me. I can keep a word. If I tell any other woman, naturally, by the way, we can't even blame women for this. If I tell another woman, naturally, she'll feel the need to, by the way, acha nikwambie. Now, by the way, this gossip, I can't go ubaya. Women aren't usually trying to speak badly about other women or other people. They're usually just vibing.
It's nature.
It's just talk. Yeah?
In
So
that
for
nature.
for me to choose not to participate in that exchange of nature, I honestly
rather-
I have more male trustworthy friends than female friends. I have maybe very countable female
Are
friends.
you dating? I'm sorry to ask that.
Yes.
And he's
Actively.
comfortable with that. Actively.
Yeah.
He's extremely comfortable with that.
My male friends are not my family friends.
Okay.
They're my friends. Like friends. They're not like they're not like
that
my
close.
No.
That,
but they're just people in my life. The closest people in my life are male, and I like that because they check me. They're like, follow by the. Now women will not do that.
You talk about this side of the fact that, well, they will go see, they'll do this, but you also understand that there's that other side of a woman that is motherly, that is caring.
And I think that's the only part about a woman that women should focus on, the nurturing bit. Anything else that, society has made us believe, we need to drop it, guys. Like, I'm telling you for real. We're losing the men. That's why they're...
Have you gotten to a space where you've dropped it?
Yeah.
How easy was it?
It took me a lot of unlearning and a lot of, correcting
How
myself.
uncomfortable as well?
Extremely uncomfortable.
Okay.
Of course, anything that's going to change you, it's going to be new. It's definitely going to be uncomfortable.
Has it made it an easy ride for you with your partner?
Yeah.
There's
no time for that. We have so much time for anything else but only, pointing fingers and asking questions, and now I'm wondering, what is he doing? For me, this is how I deal with my male friends. The moment, so if my male friend tells me, sijisikie kudu hivi, I don't even try to convince him.
Is it?
Nothing. Oh no, please, Aki, let's go.
Hold it right there. So Job Aholi says, you will never ever understand what you think she wants. It's always opposite. It varies, changes seasonally or time, and they won't tell it. Crispet says it's complicated to understand what actually this gender always wants.
True.
Ten Bob, nata ameweka picha ya Ten Bob hapo anasema a woman wants everything. And Dhambura Julio says, well, I don't know what doesn't make sense. Doesn't want anything, I don't know. But here we are. Does that then mean compromise on your needs, overlook what it is that you want as a woman, just so the other gender would be comfortable?
Yes,
no.
absolutely.
Why would you do that?
No, why would you do that?
Why would you do that
You'll
for
be
them?
unhappy.
Listen, guys.
Unhappy.
Okay. I'm sorry. We're living in a world where you are a woman and there is a man.
And
okay.
And
we're animals.
society.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Should
This is
they
what
be
I'm trying to
unhappy
say.
because of a man?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, for you to easily exist on the planet,
compromise.
You need to understand all the other animals. That's why nikitaka kuua panya naeka trap wapi?
So what is this so hard that a man will
why
not
don't you understand
adjust,
these other animals?
So why does this
What's wrong with
animal
it?
not
Linda,
then adjust?
just when you think you know what your woman now wants,
Surprise.
then it
You do
changes.
not know.
And we're living in a generation whereby women have, and I'm not about to sound misogynistic, but women are trying to compete with men. Women in the society have their place, and I'm not saying at the back seat,
On the table.
but they have their place. Now, when a woman wants to sit where a man is sitting, I was watching a certain analogy, and there's this lady comes up and says, women, we don't need men.
No, that's
And
a
then,
lie.
That is what most of you are saying out there.
That's what most.
That is what
most ladies
and that
are saying.
is the agenda that has been sold to you guys.
And it's so wrong because, Linda, let me tell you something. You see those roads, you see, men built them. Rarely will you find a woman. You see those aircrafts, men built them.
But
How many?
the women
how
are paying
many?
for you while you're
I'm just
building
saying. I'm just saying. Man.
Yes,
can't
there
compare
are three
roles.
women here. I'll allow them to speak for the women.
I know, but I know man, if I go a little bit biblical, man is a superior being.
Someone just said provider from the back. I think you must have had...
Look at it. Listen. Man is a superior being. And that's why they're the providers. And
Protectors.
And they're protectors.
Yeah.
A woman can protect you, but you can protect the woman.
Yes.
Listen,
Aye.
when it comes to a point,
Wezi?
listen, Linda, when it comes to a point
But si ni ukweli.
where so this means women need to understand us more than we understand them.
What is protection anyway?
Let me say this. According to biblically, a man is supposed to love as Christ loved the church, and you're supposed to submit. Okay.
So what if I don't believe in Christianity? How does it apply for me?
That is another way. I mean, that's okay. I think that's why she's saying.
And what I was coming by is to, like Kolo you said, you can't trust your woman with, let's say, with your deeper secret because she will come back, clap back.
Yeah.
And I was saying, if you don't trust your woman, why are you there in that relationship? In the
And I mean,
because that's your
what-
safe haven. That's the place you come and say like, baby, unajua emotion inaenda. Because to me, I'll give you all the gossip, all the juice, but not, you know, but your gossip is your gossip. Our gossip is our gossip. That's, you know,
Linda,
it's a person that you
there's
are
a reason.
with. It's, you know,
There's a
it
reason
depends.
Let's allow her finish and then you come to
It depends, to me, it depends with the person you're dating. The maturity of the person you're dating. Because let's say you go and date a 22-year-old, and then mwambie like, babe, acha kupaka makeup, babe, acha kuwa na huyu. Mtu anakuangalia like, bra, unasema. And then let's say when they come to a 28 and then mtu ako like, I'm cool, I'm chill. And uko like, gari yangu amefanya hivi, ama this boy amefanya hivi. You know, you come and vent. They give, sometimes you give the best solutions actually. And then unaenda unasema, by the way ndio nimetoka na hii idea. But at the end of the day, you know, like, iko. So to me, if you're dating, I think you should look at the person you are dating.
as opposed to generalizing.
Yes, because trust me, we are not all the same, and it depends with the circle of friends. Because my friends check me out, like umefanya hivi, wewe ndio umekosea, si huyo amekosea. You know, you know.
I think that women want men to run relationships the way they do. Like, I mean, like women would like to, you know, maybe come home and have someone to talk to and tell stuff to. Guys don't like work like that. Like,
And-
you see,
and
But
it's
I
not-
think there should
step
be
by
more.
step.
Look.
Step by step, what it is that we've
like
known
you
for the
you
longest
guys
time.
wouldn't even let them just like have their own opinion independent of what you want them to.
Is it always the
Give
case?
them.
No.
Maybe I should have started by
think-
asking ourselves, you know. And you know, this has come home. And by coming home, I mean that someone just sent me a message and they're asking, Alela, do you know what you want? And does Alela know what she wants? And I'm like, okay, I think I'll ask all the ladies, do you know what you want
Yeah.
in a relationship?
Yes.
Do you get what you want if you're dating? Have you ever gotten
Put him
what
on
you
the
needed?
spot.
Mseme sahi. Mseme sahi.
No.
You have never gotten
Damn.
what you want.
Yeah.
Do you? Wait, Mishapata. Polly.
Umepata nini?
No, let her.
What you want and what you get. What you want and what
No,
you get.
I'm getting what I have,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but I don't know.
You still want a Lamborghini?
No. That was a very that was
that was
an
big,
example,
I know,
right?
I know.
But like, for me, I don't think I get into any relationship saying this is what I want, this is what I want, and that's what I want. I go into a relationship, meet the person, see how they vibe, get as much as I can from them,
Okay.
give as much as I require from
From them.
them. Because now we're at this place where me nataka ina, if you can't do that, I'm out. That's not what relationships.
You'll be
like
on this
that's
one
what
and
you,
that
that's
one
what
and
you
that
get
one
from
and that
Sukuma
one.
Wiki. Like, I want acid, I expect you to be green,
Zinc.
and I expect you to get cooked in like 3 minutes. That's what we want from food, not from human beings.
All right, Polly, do you know what you want?
I do know what I want.
Have you ever gotten what it is that you want?
What do you want?
What do you want?
She knows what she wants. That's why we all agree it's relative. And you know, time is not on our side. So, what is the take home for all of us? And not to appear as though we are hitting women so hard. Because if I'd ask these women, I'll tell you, the only one that appears to know what it is that men want could be Anna. I personally do not know whether I know what it is. That men
Thank you.
want. So
Thank
perhaps
you
it
for
should be
being
And
something-
honest.
let me tell
Thank
you
you for
something,
being
Linda.
honest.
People like Anna will have some of the most successful relationships
Thank you.
with men.
Yeah, true.
And it's a
Who
fact.
says? Who declares that?
But I actually
Because
have
that's
very
how
good
it is.
relationships
That
with
is the
guys.
reality. That is the
Very
reality.
good relationships with guys.
All right, so what's the take home, gentlemen?
The take home.
Yes.
This is what I'll say. And this might be a little bit neutral because I like being reasonable.
Yeah.
We're living at a different time and age, and for human beings to be able to survive, they need to evolve. And some of these challenges that we're talking about here are things that we really need to evolve both mentally.
Adjust.
Yeah, we need
mentally
to
and-
adjust some of these things. Women need to get to come to terms that they'll never understand us because they don't want to,
And vice versa.
and vice versa.
Marion, 30 seconds. Take home.
I think you should learn how to understand us as we learn how to understand you.
30 seconds, Polly.
I think communication is everything,
Yeah.
and look for a person that you will understand and love and submit, and look for a person that is a partner to you. It's all about partnership. It's all about creating moments. Stuff it is a bit zingine.
All right, Kulu.
Okay. For me, what I believe in, whenever you're getting to relationships, you need to compromise.
Yes.
That goes without saying. You need to compromise.
You don't appear as though you are willing to compromise.
Nah, yes, you have to compromise, whether you like it or not. And you need to have good communication. You need to have good communication between you and your partner.
The odd one out because now she's a woman and she's supposed to support the women, but she goes contrary to that.
I support what's right, not just
30 seconds.
Gender parts.
Yeah.
So for me, it's number one, just like read books.
Yeah.
You know, meet different people from your regular crop of friends. Listen to different conversations. Learn yourself. You know, be alone sometimes. You know, like people don't like being by themselves, so you get stuck in just this ideology of what people tell you. So I think once you can do those 3-4 things,
you're just.
You're fine. You'll be fine.
All right. Fair
Just
enough.
a minute.
Anna, no, we have to.
Dakika moja tu.
You understand the
Before
importance of time, Kulu.
Before umalize.
You more than anybody else.
Sawa, before